what's going on today? It's brisk. 20 feels like 22 degrees out. I think it's maybe 30 by now. I don't think it's supposed to get above freezing. And we're headed right now over to Frankfort, Indiana, to the Wilson trailer facility to pick up another used trailer for our guy that we deliver them to. So that's what's going on today. Just leaving the house. This old shifter down here, I don't know if you can see it or not. I've got you set up right now to where you're hooked onto my you're actually hooked onto my log, my binder that I keep my logs in. So we're gonna cruise on down the road here and you know,
on the show, on the Chad Teagan YouTube channel show.
Idling extremely smooth right now, which I'm glad. This thing was plugged in last night, so, and all yesterday. It was super windy. I got me a little situation. Okay, there we go. A situation going on there with my jacket hooked on my zipper, but that's what it is. So I've got on my thermal pants because it's super cold and I didn't want to freeze just in case I had to get out or something. And I don't really necessarily run the truck on high heat or anything like that. So just popping, locking and dropping right in the gear, no problem. Have a little freezage going on
at
up
the
in
stop
there.
sign. Turn right onto Independence Road.
Do need to stop and get a splash somewhere. About $4, a little over $4 in Woodburn, Indiana, and then I think it gets cheaper. But unfortunately, none of the stuff that I'm looking at on the Mud Flap app is showing anything.
In half a mile,
prices.
turn left onto Elliott Road.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So much better. So much better since I cleaned out that whole shifter situation. Trying to get too crazy because the truck isn't necessarily warmed up, but it was plugged in, so fired right up, nice and smooth, didn't have any problems with that. And was going to run yesterday because I told him I'd go get it on Monday because it's Tuesday right now, but
turn left onto Elliott Road.
I was like, dude, I'm gonna hold off until tomorrow because there was like 25 mile per hour wind. It was like 17 degrees. It was horrible.
In 1 mile,
we went out to the
turn left
store.
onto Jewel Road.
We come back and I was just freezing. I was on the porch trying to have a smoke and I was like, nope. So that was exciting. Just spent the day with the wife, hanging out, watching some Christmas movies, things like that, you know. But back to the old grind today. way.
At the next stop sign,
And I can go
turn
60.
left.
I don't have to worry about stopping or anything, but it's also like 20 more miles out of route. So, I mean, it was 3 hours and 18 minutes versus 2 hours and 52 minutes running down 469 to 69 and then getting off
turn
and
left onto Jewel Road.
running over through some of the areas over there. I can't remember exactly what the town's called. Where James Dean. Oh man, that thing just plopped right in there. So much nicer. I mean, it's probably been a while since I sprayed that ball
In half a mile,
situation in
turn left
section out.
onto US
So
24 West.
I did notice the spring under there in that cup is a little bit loose, so it doesn't have the you know, the tension, the normal tension it would have. So that's why it's super easy and playful. Slide right
At
in
the
there.
next stop sign, turn left.
Yeah, I know where I'm going, chick.
At the stop sign, turn left onto US 24 West.
Sit here for a minute and wait and see what's going on. Whoa, I usually don't crank the heat up to, I got on low right now. I may have to turn it up. Yeah, today's wind was only 5 to 10 mile per hour wind. It should be warming up to, I believe, somewhat of 35 degrees today. I mean, it might be a little bit warmer once I get over there, but because it's more south, probably not much, though. You know what I mean? Just creeping here.
For 41 miles,
Get in there.
continue straight.
Pretty much dumped the rest of the anti-gel I had in the truck this morning. I had probably like this much in a bottle, so maybe a little bit more. Gave some to each side. Clean that out, and I was actually going to grab some yesterday when I was at Menards, but I totally slipped my mind because we were in there for something else. We were looking for ice cube trays. It's hard to find regular ice cube trays anywhere. They've got those stupid sponge ones. Oh, there's full grown right back here. He's coming up beside me. He's way back here though. Well, our cam gauge already quit working on me. Maybe it'll come back. I don't know. We'll see. I'll holler at you later, folks. I'm gonna charge you up a little bit and stuff, so check you out when we get over there. Well, forgot to do you a little walk around here. Just got here. It's 12:30 right now. I'm pulling out. Pulled up over here at noon. Stopped over here to this BP Randy's, whatever you want to call it. A little truck stop over here because they had the cheapest fuel that was somewhat close. There's one spot on 25 that had it,
At the
but it
next
was like a
stop
country
sign,
mark,
turn right.
and there was nowhere to really tell. Oh wow, that thing is crazy. Oh, let's see where we're at here. 93% battery. Apparently the there wasn't enough battery before when I turned you on, and it cut off. Well, I was talking about fuel. Getting fuel. Number 374 at that BP there outside Frankfurt, right off of 65.
wake myself up, but just trucking. I should, you know, I should have got a pack, 4-pack of Red Bull. I should throw in the truck that way if I need to spruce things up a little bit. And I guess when I got fuel, I should grab me a doozy or something, just you know, give me that sugar rush. But it's trucking, man. That's trucking. Yeah. We're just rolling. Just rolling about 60, 62. Not getting too crazy. Not trying to get no tickets or nothing like that. Occasionally you'll see a full grown out here, mostly just sheriffs, but they like to sit at places where you can't see them. And sometimes she tells me they're there, and then other times she doesn't, so you never know what's going on. So, I mean, I ain't in that big of a hurry. I'll be home around 5 o'clock. I just told Kim a little bit ago, so ain't no big deal. Just have some leftovers, you know what I mean? So, just trucking. That's trucking, boy. Ooh, boring old trucking. I have to change the radio and tune some other things that'll give me some bumps, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, what is going on, y'all? Basically doing the same thing we did yesterday, and remember when I was talking about how it was boring? Well, I popped some gum in my mouth, I changed the radio stations up, I was bumping out to some rap music and whatnot, doing my thing. Today, I'm cruising over. I never turned on the GPS. I mean, I've got it running through the radio, so she'll talk to me, but if I want to change the channel, I can. It's not a big deal. And I'm almost to Frankfurt, and I'm boogieing down over, and I see this truck that I've seen before, and I the corner of my eye, raise my hand to wave at him, and it's Orwell, Steve from FSC. So I grabbed my phone real quick, and I texted him because I got his phone number, you know, and I said, where are you headed to? He said he just got done dropping in Indianapolis, and he's on his way home. I said, hey, if you stop at that Love's up there in Lafayette, I'll swing back through on my way back because I'm going that way anyway. So he texted me back and said, cool. So I just got off the phone with him a minute ago, and we're going out to see Steve and meet him and check out Orwell for the first time. I've never personally met Steve before. It just didn't work out with Matt's, but it's all good. So, I knew that we would meet one of these days, and I just was waiting for the right time. I don't like to push or rush anything, if you know what I mean. I feel like it's fate. Like the first time I met Tim was at Matt's too. But I mean, you know, he knew who I was, I knew who he was, and it's not like I'm just meeting somebody. When you do YouTube and you see somebody on YouTube, you get to know them and you're familiar with them. So, should be a good time. But yeah, we'll have you a treat here up in a little bit when we get up here. I'll bust you back out. We'll check out his truck and stuff, and hopefully we get some pictures close to the two together or something. Well, what the fuck is going on here? I'm trying to get over, but I can't even get over because these fucking people ain't going fast, and then these trucks in this lane are slowing down, and juice breeze. What a mess. Well, this GPS is going to be hollering at me because I'm going to go to the left here when I get off instead of going to the right. So she's going to be bitching, but I may have to cut her out real quick so she'll stop saying, because I don't want to hear constantly proceed to the route and shit like that. So
use the right lane to
turn her off real quick. This route if I can get that route. See if we can make this light here. I wonder how you go when I'm jerking around and stuff, if you'd slide all over. This is a new way for me to hook you up back here. For you to be able to shoot over the shoulder, if you know what I'm saying. But I do have you on another book, so it could be sliding around a little bit, but we'll see. Hopefully there's a spot next to him and I can get right by him. If not, it's all good, I guess. Probably could have done it, but it's all good. We can wait. You know what I mean? Oh, looks like he might be standing out right now. have never been on this side at all because I usually just come in this side over here. You know, I bobtailed and shit, so yeah, that's him. So it looks like there might be a spot right next to him too, so we'll build back right next to Steve. Yeah. Actually there's two. Which side do we want to be on? Let's back up on this side over here. Straightened out, boy. Alright folks, I'll be back because he's on his GoPro, so catch up with you in a minute. Yeah. I like that AP. Man, that thing is big. So it looks like we got a new driver captain. Check it out, everybody. It's Steve from FSC.
FSC Trucking. You
That's
get
right.
it right.
Yeah.
I actually have a name beyond a brand. I always forget to tell my name on even on my own videos. I forget to tell. Yeah, my name is. I don't know. What is your name?
A lot of times I don't say my name at the beginning. Once in a while I will open up with the Chad Keegan YouTube channel, Truck Edition Spectacular, but I just, you know, here and there I do, and most time I don't, because I mean everybody knows it's me.
Yeah.
I got the same return viewers and stuff that it's just what it is. They know who it is, and if it's somebody new, then they're gonna figure out pretty soon once I drop an F-bomb.
Well, you gotta bear. Oh yeah, I've noticed that with you, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
One thing well, think about it. My channel started as an automotive channel.
Yeah.
So FSC originally was Fast Jack Speed and Custom
Gotcha.
Shop. So just FSC for short, and that's where the logo came from. The channel originally was to push the shop because I was trying to get off the road full time, get custody of my sons, and then get them in a better position, which I ultimately did. But it had more to do with Jen than it had to do with my girlfriend Jen taking.
Right.
And my older son got out of high school and went on to, you know, further his career in life. I don't like to get into specifically what they've done or
Right.
what they are doing, I should say. They're not public figure. We are.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was able to get custody of Matthew right before he went to start a freshman in high school. So he came up with us in Wisconsin, and he's doing great now too. But the original whole thing with the channel was to push a little shop to try to get custody of my sons, and ultimately it worked. Then it took off, had nothing to do with cars, it had to do with the truck that I was hiding from YouTube at the time I bought it. Which, oops.
It happens.
Yeah, who saw that coming?
I don't never want to be the guy that's, oh, I don't need this on right now. The guy that's going out and buying trucks constantly to appease people for YouTube. You know what I mean? I've seen that done too many times, and I figure if my trucks aren't good enough, they don't need to watch. That's just the way I see it, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, my thing right now is I need to grow bigger because I'm at the point now where I'm too busy between keeping up with Orwell, the shop, personal stuff that I do at home. I just can't do it all.
Right.
And I have to start expanding, but I'm not one of these, you know, buy, sell, trade. I'm not getting rid of Orwell. Orwell built the channel.
Right.
So I'm not getting rid of Orwell. If anything, I'm just going to expand and grow.
Right.
But it's got to be the truck and business side of things and the YouTube side along with the shop.
Yeah.
It all is one big ball of wax. That's the goal. Now, things changed for me very recently to where I can actually start doing that now. But again, it's also how you survive the modern day. I don't know. Some say we're in recession. Some say we're not.
Yeah.
Some guys are crying the blues. Other guys are still,
dude, I'm doing
great.
fine. I don't know how many people have told me I couldn't do power moves. I failed. I've got like people reaching out like, how the F are you doing this? Because I tried it years ago and I tried it and I failed horribly, and I'm like, I just must be blessed by the trucking gods.
You know what? Listen, it's a hustler's world.
Yeah. Oh
Meaning
yeah.
that if you are willing to hustle and work it and just work your ass off and just work, I'm trying to remember the saying. It was like, you gotta fight. You gotta fight like you're the third monkey on the ramp to Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
And brother, it's starting to rain.
Right.
That's how you have to do it. If you don't do it like that, you ain't getting it done. So everybody out here crying and whining.
These machismos don't even know who we are.
And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Well, I think this one guy kind of knew when I was first back, and
Yeah.
he might have been like, I think I know who they are, but it's all
But then
good.
again, how often do you see two Cabovers parked side by side
Right?
at a truck stop?
Exactly.
I mean, you rarely ever see them going down the road.
Dude, I like the fact that people know me, they call me by name on the CB, and when my wife's in the truck with me, she cries. Because she's just so like emotional about the fact that people know me from
Yeah.
YouTube and shit like that. But like it
annoys my sons. It annoys my sons.
I'll go to a truck stop and dudes are like, "Whoa, man, that's a cool truck," and I'm like, "You obviously don't know who I am, but it's all good, you know."
Yeah, I'm never like that. Like if somebody wants to talk about the truck, you've
Yeah.
never seen my channel, I'm like, oh man, you gotta check it out.
Oh, dude,
like,
I
don't
hand
ask
out
about the cameras, but that's about it.
I hand out these pictures, so when I go to places, I keep that one to show them just so I can show them the Frankenstein, but you know what I'm saying? I hand these pictures out when I go to places because this is like my business card is the way I see it.
Okay.
So I just hand these out to people and then I'll show them the Frankenstein, but then I keep that one because it's the only one I got printed off, even though I need to redo it, so.
I don't know, it sounds dumb, but I'm not a very good, that's why I think others, including friends of mine, are better at this game than I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a very good marketer when it comes to marketing myself for what I do. Because I just think I'm the average douchebag driving a truck.
No, I'm,
You know what I mean?
preach.
I'm
I'm the
not-
same way.
You know, there's nothing like, oh my God, you're so special. No, I'm not, okay? I come from New Jersey, so there's the asshole part in you right there, all by itself. Number one. Number two, we all started the same.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to drive a truck, earn a living, support our families.
Right.
That's it. No different than anybody else parked in this truck stop. We just lucked out in the fact that there's some YouTube fame that came with it, but then again, was it luck? We went a totally different direction.
Yeah.
Look around in the truck stop. Just look at what you see. You see one square hood over there, that Western Star car hauler right
Yeah.
there. Everything else is rounded, except for, you got the International over there.
Yeah.
But you don't see very many Cabovers out here. You don't see, and it's not a Cabover thing. For me, it was just the old truck.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Orwell, a 359 standard hood Pete with a blown engine. He didn't know it was blown, but I found out it was blown. It was pushing water out the blow-by tube. And a Kenworth that the guy wouldn't come down at a price that I could afford at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do it differently than most other people, and that's where the YouTube thing started coming around. But because I honestly don't think, if I didn't have Orwell and I had just a 389 Pete like this right here, and I wouldn't, that's no slouch, don't get me wrong, but if it was me driving that truck and put it on YouTube, I'd have like 900 subscribers.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the
pay
same.
attention to just me.
Yeah.
I'm not that cool.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I probably think I'm cooler than what I am cool, but then at the same time, I do a lot of vacationing, so I can't I'm in this industry living my best life in a 1983 K100 is what I tell people.
Right.
Because as soon as I drop a trailer, I'm bobtailing to the beach somewhere if I'm in Florida.
I've seen that.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's not like I'm just living in a truck stop, doing that kind of shit. I'm actually being out exploring and doing whatever I want to. So that's what I like about all that stuff.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? This is how I look at all overarching thing. When it comes to me personally, and I really probably ought to talk about this more on my channel, but it is what it is. I'm 46 years old, okay? My youngest son, okay, he just recently graduated high school, and he moved on to bigger, better things in this world, right? If you look at I managed to succeed in raising two sons that are very productive and, running their own thing, and they're doing good in life. The neglect and toll it took on me as a single father. Now, Primarily they were with their mother. Okay, mom neglected them. I had to make that child support payment regardless of my living situation. So I used to call it my homeless years when I literally lived in the RV that I just jumped.
Yeah.
Okay, because I couldn't afford to have a house, but we still took that RV down to Florida. We still went, did all these camping trips with it. Kelly's Island, Ohio. We went, granted after the YouTube channel, we went out west. We went all out to Black Hills. The fact is, me personally, if you just look at me, you could tell the neglect on my own body, my own person. My finances got wrecked. Just dealing with raising the kids. So now it's a matter of, okay, how can I improve it to where now we do things with my sons? That's what the off-roading thing comes from.
Right.
Matt just got started out on his own. He doesn't have the money right now to go buy a brand new Jeep or a Razor. So he comes out with us anyway, but he's got options he can look into in the future. He's got big news coming up in his world, so it's going to be great for him. But the point is, now that I have that freedom to do what I want, now I want to be able to go and do that. So like when you drop off a load and go to the beach, other than missing your family, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we should do more often.
Yeah.
How many guys will sit in these truck stops and just sit and do nothing, and they wait for their 34-hour restart while they're doing
sometimes 5 days at a time because they can't find a load.
Right.
With some of this crap, so it's tough, man, and like there's no
eating
way.
The worst food.
The worst food. Some of these bathrooms are just completely disgusting, and it's horrible. And people don't understand because 3 years ago during COVID, there's no way a bathroom like that would be that dirty.
Right.
You know what I mean? But nowadays, people don't give a crap about it, and it's just the way society is because they've fallen off the fact that, hey, we still need to have some cleanliness here. It's like germs don't matter again.
Right.
So it's what it is.
But you gotta also worry about your mentality.
Oh yeah. Mental health.
Listen. You ever been to jail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Couple overnighters, nothing major, but yes, I've been in there too.
Yeah.
You cannot legally put a prisoner, I don't care how big your semi is, you cannot legally do that to a prisoner.
Yeah.
Strap them to a seat and tell them you're gonna sit there and drive 8, 9, 10, 12 hours straight because you have a job to do, and I don't care how big or nice the sleeper is, your jail cell is bigger.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't do that to a prisoner. So why would you purposely, after your driving shift is done, keep yourself in your little box?
Yeah.
Get out and go do something.
Some people's comfort zones, dude, not me. I'm going shopping at stores, I'm going to malls, I'm going to fancy restaurants, if you will. I'm taking my wife to the beach. I can park this truck at any hotel. I've never had any issues where I go. Him saying it's too big, you can't park it here. I've never had a problem.
Right.
They're always like, oh yeah, that's fine. But now, granted, one of these other trucks, one of these road trucks, highway trucks, whatever you will, they may look at these newer trucks and be like, what the hell are you doing here? You need to leave because we don't allow semis in. But this, since it's an antique, I've kind of got a little bit of leeway with it. Besides, you know what I'm saying, they're cool trucks, so we can kind of get away with a little bit more than what other people can. So it's just one of them situations.
But all the point is just you got to get out and do stuff. Figure out a way to live, like you said, figure out a way to live your best life. Can't afford a brand new Razor? You got two options. One, look used. Build something yourself. You don't even got to go that route. Or figure out a way to earn more money, but don't let that process take you down. Money is not everything. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now at 46, I got to take my health better serious. That's why I started going to jiu-jitsu when I'm home. And I started, just getting more involved in stuff with my sons. We're taking a block of time off in January. We're going to go to West Virginia. Not West Virginia. We're going to go to Tennessee to go take the Razor out with my son's Jeep. And, me and Jen, so we'll do that. And then we're probably going to go, I might go bother Tim, but we're also going to be looking at property down that way too. Because Jen and I are thinking it's probably time to actually
head south.
Well, I think what we're going to do is buy property, cash, and then take the time, overtime, to build it the way we want.
There you go.
So we'll own it, but not move on it straight away.
Right.
Listen, I'm not paying 8% mortgage.
Yeah. I don't blame you, dude.
I'll just show up and buy property
I'm going to tell you a secret.
It's going to be small because I got the kind of money.
I'm going to tell you a secret. We rent, so I don't have any state taxes. I don't have any tax, like, property taxes. I don't have any of that crap because we rent.
Yeah, I lease everything right now, too, the apartment and the shop.
I'm at the point where I'm like, my wife's like, I said, if anything, we'll get a fifth wheel camper and pull it down south, you know what I'm saying, in the wintertime to have a place to go back and forth to. But we'll always keep this place up here because I don't have to worry about the taxes I would if I own that place.
Right.
And I can just up and leave anytime I want to if something happens, so.
Yeah, if I was already renting the shop and the apartment in Tennessee or Florida and I actually liked where I lived, it wouldn't be so bad. I don't mind, like, the people where I live, great. The climate, oh, I can't stand the cold. I'm not a cold weather fan. I like boating, I like motorcycles, and all of it's put away right now. Yeah. And even in Wisconsin in the wintertime, it's all snowmobiles, so the Razor, you have to haul it somewhere to play with it.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, why again do we live here? Oh, right, I've leased onto a company that's based out of Wisconsin.
Right.
And that's how it works out.
Well, let's get out and let's go check out your truck here real quick. Get some pictures together.
There we are.
We can do it.
So the truck number originates from my yellow 379. See, it's yellow?
Yep.
My 808 come from my yellow 379. It was originally a Krill Camp truck, and when I bought it, it was the truck number was I268. That was Krill Camp. When I got the truck taken over finally, because believe it or not, it was a lease purchase, I managed to survive, barely. And we brought it over with Widmeyer. The next truck number in sequential was 808, and I kept that truck on with Widmeyer for close to 2 million miles.
Wow. So
when that truck blew up, I bought a blue Freightliner, and it already was with the Widmeyer system, so we left it, what was it, 670 I think it was. Georgia Amber Light. You need a permit for your flashing lights.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, there's some kind of obscure law that, like, if you have a truck number and you did away with that truck, you can't run that number in your fleet for I think a year or two. So when I sold unit 670, which was the blue Freightliner, and bought Orwell, 808 was retired for, I don't know, at least 2 years. So I'm like, hey, can I get my old truck number back?
That's your oil jug right there?
Yep.
Nice.
The telescopes too.
Oh, nice. That pops out. That's
yeah,
cool.
So you put your funnel.
Hell yeah.
Just sink it back down. And of course your dipstick.
John's Mobile, Carlisle, PA. That's kind of cool.
Remember, it used to be a Keene truck, Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So the guy, the truck, believe it or not, I'm literally like the second driver of this truck.
Really?
Which is weird. So the guy that when Keene bought the truck, it sat for about 4 years, which is weird. They had a 4-year-old truck and it sat around because it's an 84, but it didn't get titled until 88. Or maybe that's just when they got around to putting a title on it. I don't know. But either way, it was one driver that drove it. His name was David Line. He lived in Carlisle. So he drove it, and he bought it off of Keene, and he leased it on a couple other places. And when he got sick and stopped driving, it was right after he rebuilt the engine in this truck, which is a 3406P Cat. He rebuilt it, but with non-Caterpillar parts, which later became my problem.
Right.
It was leased on with Daly when he retired, he got sick, whatever, and he held on to it for a long time. So I don't even know if the man's still alive. He sold it to a towing and recovery place in Newcastle, Delaware. He bought it to pull a Landau, but decided against putting money into this, decided to go with a newer truck, a Kenworth Day Cab, and ran that and sold me Orwell. But he never drove it, he just transported it and held on to it. So the Line family held on to this truck for literally 25 years. And then when I bought it, got it back running on the original truck, on the original engine rebuild, I should say. But then it lost the liner O-ring, dumped all the water in the oil, and I managed to limp it home, and then I rebuilt it again. So it's on its third engine technically.
Yeah.
But when I first bought them and slid the air filter and oil, the air, a lot of places will write the date when they put the filters on. When I slid the air filter out, it was dated May of 1995. Wow. That's a month before I got out of high school. Jesus. That's the last time this truck was on the road before I bought them 3 years ago.
That was on 96, so that's the original plate still on there.
Oh wow! I didn't
So
notice
that's
that.
yeah, that's the last time it was on the road was '96. When I went and got it, it still had the old dry rotted recaps on there and stuff.
Nobody hassles you for running to your old plate.
Never had a problem, and I go through those toll scales all the time. They shoot the pictures, and I always get one. They have them both in there, but they know which plate is mine because they probably look at them.
I'm gonna say. No, either way, nothing wrong with it.
No.
You still got your proper
Nope,
plate.
and I've been pulled over twice, and they've never hassled me about it. They wanted
There you go.
pictures with the truck or of the truck.
That's funny. Ain't
Yeah, it's how it is. And everybody's always like, "Oh, you can't be nice to them." I'm like, "Why? They ain't giving me no ticket. I'm not. They're not taking my money." Yeah, if I had more room, I'd throw something like this on my truck. I bet that's nice.
That is a godsend right there.
Yeah.
But bear in mind, I go a little further out than most people would with these antiques. So
Yeah, I mean, I go down to Florida and shit and do my thing. I just haven't been out west yet because the moment hasn't been right.
yeah, I'm glad I washed the truck yesterday.
That's all right. I stopped and got a splash of fuel, and then I got over to the Wilson trailer because it's right around the corner, and I realized that I left my cap off, so I got diesel fuel draining all down there. I wiped it up real quick, but it's all good.
Yeah, you do got a short little wheelbase here. Small tanks.
Yep. Yeah, I put the short, small tanks on that way if I ever want to drop it down to 22s, but then I was like, there's no way, because when I went to low pros from tall,
Right.
I lost in my RPMs and my speed, so I'm like, there's no way I'd be able to do that because it would probably run way too high
Right.
at 70 plus mile per hour. Well, we are about to roll out, folks, and there's a boy right next to me, man. Check him out. Check him out one time, man. There he goes. Yes, sir, loud and clear.
Alright, sweet. I guess this is summertime, it does work.
Yeah, so I don't know if what all you'll be able to see. I'm sure you'll be able to see somewhat of him in front of me, you know what I mean? But at least I got the frontal one going. Yeah, that was cool. That's the first time I've ever actually met Steve. Now, we talked on the phone probably about a month ago for at least an hour, I would say, and you know, just BS. I mean, I've been on his live videos. He's talked about me and shit like that, you know, but and we've communicated back and forth. And like, I've commented on his videos, and
Good looking PK,
voice responsive.
That was bad, ain't bad either.
definitely rolling some coal there. way just to keep people happy. And, you know, for guys that don't have families and shit like that and have time off, they're down, that way they got something to do.
Yeah, man, I know that's a rough life. I've done that enough years, missing holidays, being out on the road.
Yeah, you and me both, dude. Christmas ain't never the same once, you know what I'm saying? You split up from your first person and your kids aren't there every time, and it's just like, man, what the fuck?
Tell you what, though, wait till you see it. Because when I put that video out, trust me, you get some excellent rollers in that truck going down the road. You know, you're never going to regret buying the truck you bought. Trust me, look at it now. Because when I bought mine, they were like, oh, you're insane. Like, yeah, tell me about it now.
Yeah, I've never seen this truck rolling down the road from that kind of perspective. I mean, I've had a couple from, you know, cell phone shots from when I was with Don and James, but I'm sure whatever you're catching, it's going to be nice.
The only way it could have been better if we were in the other direction, because the face of the trucks are slightly shadowed, but it's still, I'm just looking at the rear view, dude, trust me, it's going to be a good video.
Nice. talking about. That's what I've been waiting for, something like that. You know what I mean? When I'm out trucking and I catch up with somebody like that, that was awesome. That was awesome. Just got off here and turned down this road, obviously. so I can get back to the road I need to get on. It's honestly only going to take, it was a few more miles out of route, but it's all good because that was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we talked about some stuff. So hopefully maybe we'll be running together again in the future. That would be cool, but you never know, we'll see. So until then, I'll be back, I guess, with some other stuff. But yeah, that was awesome.
But they put them in positions to
Oh man, what is going on? I just got home a little bit ago, and
they got one guy.
today's the day when I caught up with Steve in Orwell. So just got home, just got done eating, talking to Kim, and she's like, oh, you got something in the mail? Because I'm like, oh, you got something in the mail? She's like, hey, you got something over there too. So I grab it and I'm looking at it and I don't understand what's going on. It's from Robert Smith at SH Tube. So I'm going to open this up here on camera and we're going to see what this might be. And I might need a knife or scissors because I don't know. I can just maybe. I don't necessarily want to damage anything if there's anything in here. This thing is taped up pretty good. So, what a pain in the butt. I'm going to grab some scissors real quick here. And just cut this top bad boy here real quick. Let's see what this is. It's like a little Christmas swag bag is what I told Kim. What I thought, but I was not sure what it was. So let's get this thing out here. Looks like they've got us a nice, ooh yeah. Oh my goodness. Got us a t-shirt, SH Tube t-shirt. That's what's up. Shift happens, baby. And let's see what else we got. Couple keychains. A truck and a couple ladies that we can put somewhere. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to get a hold of that dude. I was talking to Jess maybe about 3 weeks ago and told her that I needed to stop by and see them sometime on my way through, and she may have said something to him. So big shouts to you guys for sending me this stuff. I'll definitely be rocking your merchandise and wearing this shirt. And I'll figure out something to do with these things because these are super cool, especially the chicks. I'll figure out where I can put them. I'll have to see what I can do with them. So I guess you'll have to stay tuned until I come back and figure out what I'm going to do with them, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm over here to Wilson. Got to take some pictures really quick of this trailer. Oh, it's a little bit different. It's got a little bit of red on the side, so it's kind of cool, a little design there. Check out the lights real quick. Had a line blow on me. I was about 5 miles out on 65, and out there I had a line that was a chunk like this. Okay, that finger with that finger. And between two hose clamps, and went out on me, just freaking straight blue. So I dumped a bunch of coolant out. Doesn't look like any of that stuff is working for the trailer. I'll take some pictures for this guy before I send him out. These tires aren't the greatest, but it's trucking. Okay, those are working. Those are working. Just that one up in the front ain't working well. As long as those work, I guess that's all that matters, right? Let's do one of these numbers real quick. Get the old ass in there. Yeah. So I was gonna stop and grab a splash anyways, and I pretty much did. And then okay, this is working, but it's missing a thing. That one ain't working up there. Oh well, I'll be up there before it gets dark. As long as I don't get in a level 2, I should be alright. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that shit ain't working either, but it's what it is. Yeah. Whatever. So I'm gonna, you know, text him real quick, send him some pictures, and I'll be on my way. And then I'm gonna need to give this thing a bath probably tomorrow, clean that up. I had to buy 2 gallons of coolant because I had 3 with me and I dumped 4 in there, but it filled it up, and I'm sure there's probably a gallon or 2 short. But it's $25 a gallon for that stuff at the truck stop. I was like, ugh. I should have ran to Walmart and got something for cheaper because I could have, but oh well, that's trucking, right? But hey, the thing ain't leaking no more. That's what I'm talking about. Get this boogie. That cost me about an hour and a half hour of my time. Fuck with that. So it's what it is. That's trucking. But we'll see ya. No meat? Nah, I don't like it. No, I don't like it.
We'll see you in minutes if we don't see you before then.
Definitely. Be careful on the way home. We'll talk to you soon.